Andrew Rogers here with the head coach Mike Mincey after his team defeats Columbus State by a final score of 77-59. Coach, yet again raced out to a great start, 32-16 first quarter, best first quarter of the year probably by far. Got the lead up to 26 in the third. They started to battle back, but then you close it out. Walk me through how you saw this one play out for your team in a positive way.
We've obviously after yesterday's game, we've talked a lot about we can score, we're just not scoring effectively through the first three games. I know we'll be able to do that better, and I think one of the ways we can do that better is maybe going to the bench, go to platoon or whatever, going a little deeper. I thought that really aided us early. First group scored well, second group scored well. Certainly Michaela came off the bench and hit quite a few jumpers in the threes. So the first quarter was great, put us a little bit of a lead, and then going into the second quarter, we were able to go really deep into the bench and get a lot of people a lot of minutes, find ourselves up 20, and then to lose a 26-point lead and get back down to whatever the 9 is what we got it to. Certainly something that we need to feel new. Something that it just can't happen, and it's part of basketball, so they did get back to 9, and so we're very happy we got it back to an 18-point lead to finish out the game.
You mentioned going to the bench, and you did it early. I think it was the 6:30 mark of that first quarter. You went 5 new players, then brought the starters back in toward the end of the first quarter. How did you see that play a factor today, playing a back-to-back, but getting fresh legs out there, keeping everybody fresh with intervals of action?
That was just something that I wanted to try today. We've done that a lot in the past, to gain confidence in more than just maybe an 8 or 9 man rotation. Certainly wanted to give Braylon more breathers. So, in yesterday's game, it was more like let the starters play to like the 5 or 4 minute mark, and then let the next group play down to quarter. And so we tried to do it a little bit differently, go at the 7 minute mark, maybe 4 minute mark, 3 minute mark, whatever. And so all of that worked out well in the first half, for the most part. In third quarter, we got off to a good start. Then we just quit making shots. And the thing about Columbus State, they have talented players, really athletic players, and they knew that if shots started falling, they can get back in the game, which they did. And we aided them in some of that with our play, some of the shots we took, some of the decisions we made, some of the turnovers. Just granted, it's game 4. A lot to learn from it, but it's always better to learn from it.
Offensively, 4 players in double figures. You shoot your highest percentage from the field today as well. I think it was 53, 54, somewhere around there in the mid-50s. What did you like about the offensive production today to see so many different players contribute and shoot a high percentage?
It's good. Skylar, especially Skylar, she was 5 of 8 again today. I think she's definitely shooting around 61, 62% for the season. Braylon was back efficient today. Lindsay was efficient today. Obviously, Michaela was efficient. Keely goes 3 of 3. Don't necessarily want to leave anybody out, but you got multiple people that's shooting a good percentage. But it's the 20 turnovers that are problematic. They only got 12 offensive rebounds, but we're 8 of 13 from the free throw line. That's not great either. But it was great how we started. Second, third, and fourth quarters, we didn't score nearly as well as we did in the first. We just got to be better than that.
I'll ask you about Michaela Alvey to wrap up. It seems like every time she steps on the floor, she makes an impact, whether that's just grabbing a critical rebound, making a play defensively, deflecting a ball. But today it was a little bit of everything because you got her scoring and shot it at an efficient rate as well. How much does she mean to this team? How impactful is it to have her back out there and make that type of impact?
She's one player for sure that she plays the way she practices. Like what you see out on the court, that's how she practices every day. She's a record. She only knows one speed, and that's full ball. She goes full speed all the time. And she does. She's got a great jumper. She can score at the rim. And she's looking to get that 3-point ball improved. And did today. She found 2 of 2. And those both came, I believe, in the first half. So, she's really athletic. She's got good foot speed. She's going to play hard. She's going to play good defense. And when her offense catches up with the defense, this is the kind of performance that you can get out of her. And it was certainly her performance in the first half in particular was huge in us getting that lead. And then, of course, she and Keely in particular came off the bench and played pretty well there in the second half, especially from a defensive standpoint. I remember, I think it was Matt got a layup there late off the transition bucket that was super important for us. So.
I do want to ask you one more thing. 8 fourth quarter points for Columbus State. When they were starting to make the run, your defense was really critical. Besides getting some buckets down the stretch, why did your defense, what allowed them to get so play so well down the stretch to increase that lead?
We're taking gaps away much better this year. We're guarding our yard. They were spreading it out. They put 5 players on the floor that can either drive or shoot. So number 10 is a post player. She shoots a great percentage from the 3. So we did much better in that aspect. Not letting them go in and get just easy layups. Guarded the rim pretty well. On the kickouts, it wasn't until Dave from the 3. They were 6 and 30 or whatever. So, and that's a key to the victory. And then, we only gave up 12 offensive rebounds. So we were pretty stout on defensive rebounds. Again, we made some mistakes, but this is a game that second day of the tournament, 1 o'clock start. We had quite a few fans here. A lot of parents showed up. That's good. But having them come back in the game, it was a game then. It was like a 9-point game, and then we had to make plays down the stretch to get the 18-point win. So even though I wish we'd have just kept a 20-point lead the whole way. But being able to see players that can step up in that environment and get the win is something that we can certainly carry on with the rest of the season.